I'm Rabbi Ed Feinstein, Valley Beth Shalom in Encino, California, and it's my privilege to join you this morning for a little bit of learning as we get ready for our high holidays. I love bookstores. I love wandering through bookstores. And as I wander through a bookstore, I inevitably find myself in front of the shelf of books on religion. And one day I was wandering through the Barnes & Noble near my home, and a title of a book caught my attention. Wonderful book on Buddhism. It said, "Wherever you go, that's where you are." And I stopped and said, yes, wow, wherever you go, that's where you are. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that's not true. I've gone many places and not shown up. There are many times when my body shows up and my face shows up, but my mind is completely someplace else. There are many times when I'm just not listening, when my wife speaks to me or my child speaks to me or my friend addresses me. I'm just not there. What does it mean to be there? Isn't it interesting that the most important line in the Torah, the line that we repeat day after day, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, we always assume that the important part of that line is the end, Adonai Echad, our commitment to monotheism. But I think the beginning is equally important. Shema Yisrael, listen, Jews, listen up. Because to listen is to be totally present, to be there, to be attentive. There's a wonderful Mishnah in Mishnah Rosh Hashanah. You know that there's a commandment in Torah to hear the voice, the sound of the shofar. What happens if you're walking by a synagogue and the windows are open and they're blowing the shofar and you inadvertently, accidentally hear the sound of the shofar? Have you fulfilled your obligation? And the Mishnah says, Im kivein libo yatsa, v'im lav, lav. If he listened with deliberation, if she was intentional, if she concentrated, if he really paid attention, then his listening counts. But if not, not. I think that's a beautiful teaching. You see, listening isn't simply a passive acceptance of sound. That's hearing. That's an auditory reflex. Listening is a turning of the heart, a turning of the mind, to truly pay attention to the one who stands in front of me, the one who shares something of their life with me, to hear what is said and to hear what isn't said. When I come in the house after a day at work, I stop at the mezuzah and give it a kiss, not because I'm so religious, but because that's a signal to me. The first word in that mezuzah is Shema, listen. Yes, I've spent a day in socially intensive circumstances, and I'm coming home and I just want to put my feet up and rest, but the people in that house mean the world to me. I have to remember to listen. Listen with kavanah, to listen with intention and deliberation to what they're about to say to me. And right under the word Shema in the mezuzah is the word ve'ahavta, to love. Because to love begins with listening, a turning of the heart to hear the one who is in front of me in all of their humanness, in all of their need and want and hopes, in all of their fears and dreams, in all that they are to me, and to really hear them. We are going to be stuck together for quite some time more with this COVID pandemic. We have to learn to listen. And if we learn to listen with kavanah, with a full heart, to really hear the voice of the other, what is said and what isn't said, then we will also learn to love, and we will survive together as families, as friends, and as community. I wish you Shana Tova, a year of goodness, a year of listening, because wherever you go, please, that's where you should be. Shana Tova.